Hi everyone! This video is going to be another ARRTX collab, which I'm super excited about. This time I got these beautiful pencils from them. This is probably like the biggest pencil set that I've ever had in my entire life. Look at this pretty packaging. It's like bunnies and flowers, lemons. I just want to eat it. I did have a few issues with this package, but it was my fault, just to be clear. I basically had to move like right before the package was supposed to arrive. Then I moved, then the package arrived, but I wasn't here to pick it up, obviously. So a relative of mine was able to pick it up, luckily, and now I'm here visiting for a little while. And I got them! I already kind of tested them out on a little piece of paper. They feel really nice. I'm not an expert on pencils, but I've had my fair share of bad quality ones, and these feel really good. There's also a good selection of colors, which is awesome, and there's a few nice shades of brown for darker skin tones, which I'm also really excited about, because that's one thing that I kind of struggle with in traditional art, just coloring darker skin tones and getting the shade that I want. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, but yeah. So for this, I decided to draw my character Cat to see if I can color her skin properly with these pencils. She's a dark-skinned girl, and when I color her on paper, it's hard for me to get at least close to the shade I need. Often she turns out way too light. My best options so far have been acrylic markers, also from ARRTX, funnily enough. With them I could get the closest shade, and since it's paint, the color is also smooth and saturated, but acrylic markers are pricey, a little tricky to work with because I have to put the colors down first and then do the line art, which I'm not used to, and also sometimes I just want softer coloring. This made me realize that I have not been using pencils all that much in my traditional art lately. I really focused on acrylic markers, I feel like, but pencils are fun too. It's much easier to blend the colors with pencils, and yeah, it does take longer to color with them compared to markers, but I feel more in control this way. I can erase my mistakes, or use multiple colors to get a more specific color, which is more difficult with markers, at least for me. I went through multiple shades of brown, and there is a good selection of them, like I said, but I couldn't find an exact shade I would like. The color I ended up choosing is a little too red, I think. Just compared to my digital drawings of Cat, I can see this one is much warmer, but it goes well with the overall color scheme. Maybe I just need to use these pencils more to become more familiar with the colors. I also wanted to do a cute pose. I could have put more effort into the table, but oh well. And this outfit is literally my favorite outfit I've ever drawn Cat in. I drew it once before and just had to do it again. She looks so cute in it. I should talk about the pencils themselves. I already showed you the packaging. It's very cute. There's 126 colors in there, which is literally the biggest pencil set I've had in my entire life. There's a good selection of shades. I feel like it can work for a lot of different coloring styles. There's some bright shades, some muted shades, a few pencils look straight up neon, and last but not least, there is 2 metallic pencils. I know some people don't like it when brands include metallic shades, but I do. I really like using metallics in my traditional art, especially for accents. In person it looks really cool. But these pencils aren't that metallic. You can see the shine, but it's not that bright. But I mean, I wasn't expecting that much from a pencil. It's hard to make a pencil super shiny. So I don't know if I will use this much, but I appreciate that they are included. It took me literally over 10 minutes to swatch them all. They feel very nice, go on paper easily, even very light colors. However, I tried testing how well they work on a dark background, and it doesn't really work that way. Maybe it's because I used an acrylic marker and they might work better on black paper. I don't know, but they didn't really show up. That doesn't bother me at all though, I have other supplies for that, but I still wanted to test that. Ugh. Jesus, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How long has it been out of frame? Jesus, it's fallen again. Well, that's just great. Anyway, here are the colors. There's a lot of blues and yellows, I feel like, and greens as well. And here are the metallic colors. Right now they don't look super shiny. This is what they look like with the flash on. You can see they're a little bit shiny. They're not like blinding, but I'm okay with that. And this is how the packaging looks without the pencils in it. You just put them in these little slots, which I have to do for all of these right now. Love that. I also used these pencils to color some of the sketches I had, and they worked pretty well. I chose a different shade for Kat's skin this time, and I think it's closer to what she's supposed to look like. Trial and error, I guess. But at least I was able to color her in two different color schemes. One is warmer, and the other is more muted. I actually did these sketches while driving back home. I wasn't the one driving, obviously. It was about a 9-hour long drive at least. Probably even longer because we got into a really big traffic jam, if that's what it's called. And we had to stay in place for about 2 hours. And I used that time to draw a little bit. It's also because I'm very smart and I forgot to bring my phone charger and couldn't do much else besides drawing. But anyway, I'm back in my hometown for a couple weeks and then I'm going back to where we moved. Not gonna say where exactly, obviously. And it's going to be another 9-hour drive at the best. Very excited for that. I love long drives. While I'm here, I'll try to film as many videos as I can, and then I'll gradually edit them once I go back, so I have something to post for a little while. I also have a few ideas for shorter videos, but I can't find the time to sit down and actually do them. I also want to use this time to see my friends and stuff like that, so I'm just doing my best to balance all of that while I'm here. Anyway, this was just a little life update in case you missed my last sketchbook session. Back to the drawing. I feel like I was gradually getting more and more tired, so my coloring was also getting messier. This took me almost an hour to color, for context. The line art also isn't the best. Along with my phone charger, I forgot to bring my pen set, also from ARRTX. I just genuinely really love using them, but I forgot to take them with me, so I had to use an old liner I had lying around, and it's a little bit dry, so some areas aren't as clean as I would like them to be. I would love to redraw this digitally as well, or at least draw Cat in this outfit. I also added some strawberries, bows, and a slice of cake to make the page fuller. I definitely put less effort into them compared to Cat, but it's okay. I still like how it turned out in the end. I'm still trying to get back into doing more traditional art. With all my real life stuff going on, I haven't been very inspired to draw on paper, or I was busy, or I simply didn't have enough space physically to do that. So I've been more focused on digital art, which is still something. I have some more redesigns of my middle school OCs coming up. A little spoiler for people who watch my sketchbook sessions. It's not going to be in the same universe that I made in the first two videos on this. I'm making it a completely separate thing. I'm still working on all the plot details, but most of the designs are pretty much done. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I also wanted to do a draw with me type of video where I just record my drawing process in real time and comment on what I'm doing and stuff like that. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. That's about all I have for today. A bit of a shorter video this time. Thank you so much to ARRTX for collaborating with me again. I genuinely really love these products and they have become pretty much a permanent part of my drawing process. The links to them will be in the description. I definitely recommend you check them out. And I have videos about my previous collabs with them if you want to see that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment, all that. Check out my other socials, they will be on the screen and in the description. Stay safe and I'll see you in another video. Bye!